400 grit, and it's going to knock off the highest parts, and we're going to work our way down to 600 and probably 1,000, 1,200, and then a 2,000. So the whole key of this is to literally make sure you got plenty of water on your surface. So the water acts like a lubricant and also keeps the particles out of your sandpaper. So what you want to do is get this down to where you get a nice dull sheen to it. And then you can feel it to see if your ridges are gone. But the main goal, like I said, is starting out, you want to get rid of that gloss and bring it down to where it's all kind of dull. Because once you reach that point, you'll see if there's any ridges still, because the ridges will still be shiny. And we've got probably at least 4, I believe, if not 5 layers of clear on this paint job right now. Depending on how it all comes out, I might even consider putting another coat or 2 on top. But then that means going through this whole process again of sanding and polishing. But that's the price of what you want. As it is, it looks good, but in the right angles, you can still see the ridges from all the tape lines. And it's just a matter of sanding it down and building up your clear to where you can smooth that clear out. And plus, this gets rid of the dreaded orange peel. And then you can use the same process on a stock factory paint job that has orange peel, because usually the clear coat level is pretty thick, where you can go in and do a nice wet sand on it all the way up to about 2,000 to 3,000 grit and get rid of that orange peel. Okay, so we're going to wipe this down. Get rid of all this white that you see is the clear coat that's coming off. Still got some pretty good ridge right there. I've already done this a couple of times. Decided to go ahead and polish it out, see what the outcome is, and it's looking pretty good. So I went ahead and buffed it out, but still a few ridges left over. So now I'm going up to 600. You're going to go to a higher grit each time you do it. So I'm going to go ahead and step off into time lapse here so you can see I'm going through all the different grits of sandpaper. Alright, so what we got is some turtle wax polishing compound. I've been using turtle wax for over 30 years. I love it. There's other stuff out there, Mother's, McGuire's, your choice, but this is my favorite. And what we got here is just a multi-speed polisher. It's just a single action. It's not dual action or orbital, and it does the job for me. You pick one of these up with a coupon from Harbor Freight, sometimes as little as $30. Now what I like to do actually is apply the polish directly to the surface, then work it in with the polisher. That way it doesn't sling around as much and get all over the place. And plus, this guarantees a good coverage. I mean, you be real liberal with this, but not enough to where you're slinging it all over the place. You put a little bit into your pad. This is a fine foam pad instead of You can start out with a rougher one, but I don't mind taking the time. I'm going to get it rubbed in real good, and then we can get to polishing. I always start out slow and then move it up. Usually a maximum no more than 2,000 RPM. Do a little wipe down, getting your residue off. Take a look, make sure we haven't got any swirls going on. If so, we can always come back with some scratch and swirl remover. I think that's going to do all right. One little tip: the higher in number on the grit of paper you use, the less work you got to do as far as polishing. I only went up to 2,500 with this one. Sometimes I go all the way up to 3,000, 4,000. Just depends on how much work you put in. So this is not meant to be a show paint job or nothing. It's literally for my own satisfaction. As it is, I get all kinds of great compliments on it everywhere I go. And it's even led to me possibility of doing a paint job for someone. They just fell in love with it. So here we go. Get a little bit of a close-up here and show you. Went from dull to a nice shine. I said I may end up coming back and doing a couple more layers of clear on here just for fun, really, because I like that deep shine. But here's a look at everything. I gotta get all my stuff out of the way. overall, considering this whole paint job cost me no more than about $100 in materials, probably 3-4 days total of time with all the sanding and everything, I think it turned out all right. So let me know what you think. Comment down below. Be sure to subscribe if you would. Share it with your friends if you would. Thanks for joining me, and thanks for your support. Until the next project comes out, thanks for joining Graybeard's Garage, and we'll see you again.